Well, let's get the show on the road. It is the zombie apocalypse after all. Oh gosh, did I forget to turn on my Twitch mod? I think I might have. Alright. Nope, apparently I forgot to add that mod. Okay. Clearly, I am ill prepared for the zombie apocalypse. Hello, Arian. I'm doing good. How are you today? Sort of good. Sort of good doesn't sound very good. Anything wrong? Okay. Well, I hope you get better. Or already feel better, if I read your message correctly. What is this? Mall. That's big. And generally speaking, when I'm playing... Yeah. That would probably be good. If it only lasts a day, it's usually not very serious. So when I'm playing this game, I have a tendency not to respond to messages sometimes, because if you basically make one mistake in Project Zomboid, it's basically immediate death. I'm not using the easiest settings either. So contrary to the relatively relaxed gameplay of yesterday, the gameplay of this one is a little bit more stressful sometimes. In the background we can hear somebody knocking on a window. Yeah, exactly, I will. Whenever I fall behind, I will do my best to catch up again. Well, tension will come at some point. For now, I've literally just started this playthrough. Right now, the premise is I was breaking into the Gigamart on a day when it was closed, and at that exact time, the zombie apocalypse broke out. Is this an actual saw? I think it is. I already need a bigger bag, darn it. This weapon is not everything I expected it to be. Which right meter do you mean? Oh, you mean this thing? This is the experience I'm gaining in long blunt weapons. It's basically it's levels 1 through 10. So long blunt, in this case, slowly climbing up to level 1, meaning that at some point you just do more damage or attack better with those weapons. If you see people with very long ongoing playthroughs where this doesn't say survived for 2 hours but survived for several years or months or whatever, first of all, they have too many hours in this game. I do too, but not in this playthrough. And second of all, that means that they usually have really high skills in a lot of those things. And that means that they can usually kill zombies in one whack with their weapon of choice. Ooh, peanut butter sandwich is always good. Burritos too. Okay, I am already overloading myself and I don't even know where I'm gonna find a base for myself. Surprise. You know, I take it back. This is actually a pretty effective weapon, and I'm going to keep it for a while. Just need to check if there's anything like a kitchen knife in this building. Oh, I've played this game before quite often. I mean, I think I have 1250 hours in this game, but the starting condition of this character is not super. Sorry, can't think. Wondering how many pots I should bring, and I'm going to go with only one right now because I don't have a big enough bag. I don't have a base to put it all in. I'm actually just looking for a knife and garbage bags. No knives. Well, fine. Anyway, since we're coming up on Halloween, I figured I would spend some time with some of the more horror-oriented versions of games that I quite enjoy, and Zomboid is very high on the top of my list of favorite games of all times. Even though it is officially still in early access, it's not actually done yet, which is great, by the way, because they keep adding the most amazing stuff. And one of the best things about Zomboid, I don't know if you know this game yet, but one of the best things about Zomboid is the fact that it has a game map that is so big that it dwarfs almost every other game that I've ever seen. It's basically got an entire section of Kentucky, USA. If you look on the map, you see that this is what I've explored, right? This little building over here, and this is the map. Now, you may not be able to judge the scale by it, but if we ever come to Louisville, which is a respectable city, then that would be one of the places that is basically in here in its entirety, and it's only about 20% of the map. Now let's see if I can make use of this book. Well, if you enjoy base building games, if you enjoy this isometric perspective kind of thing, if you enjoy zombie apocalypse themed games, then this is your game. Simple as that. I am going to need a crowbar or the key to this bus. Too bad. And I'm going to need to search for keys that are lost on the parking lot. Come on, it's a zombie apocalypse. Why are people suddenly locking their cars? Oh, also it's the 1980s, so no cell phones. Basically only old cars, you know, stuff like that. Wait, is that? It is. That looks like the Ghostbusters mobile. I wonder if I turn on the siren, it actually goes like the actual one. Yeah, probably without the trap too, but we'll see. Ooh, matches. If you ever find yourself in the zombie apocalypse, grab all the matches you can. Also bandages and alcohol wipes. Let's see. Okay, no key in this ignition, but the empty gas can is necessary, and I am already overloaded. Now, I'm going to leave the cooking pot here, and the bucket too, because I can do without those for now. Early game in Zomboid is always a bit of a trade-off between carrying too much and carrying enough. Now the challenge is to find a ride that, wait, is that a key? This looks like a key. This looks like the key to the car I was just basically in. Yep. Yep, that's basically the purpose of those items, exactly. Ha! The car actually seems to be in working condition, though it looks like it's a basic piece of crap. I see another car key here. Chevalier Camiflex, or if that would be this one. Let's see what's in here. Wrench, always necessary. Garbage bags, can't have too many of those. Well, technically speaking, you can, but lots of seats, so probably not a lot of space. Oh, this is going to be useful. A utensil tool that'll allow me to eat with a spoon. Yeah, you know, if at some point there's a lot of skills I can develop, right? One of them is metalworking. If I get my metalworking high enough and I get my mechanic skills high enough, at some point I should be able to repair that car to make it good as new just by salvaging stuff from other cars. And maybe some duct tape. So it'll be fine. Now, first of all, let's get some of the gas from this car and put it in that car. And then let's have a really quick look at this semi over here. Because if I can get a truck, then that's what I want. Honestly, if I can get a school bus, that's what I actually want. Because I can actually customize that on the inside to make it more like a nice little homey base, right? Let's have a look at what this ambulance thing here does. Okay, anyway, I have decided that this is going to be my car, even though it may be somewhat crappy. It is definitely the kind of car that I want now. What am I going to toss in here? Food, bandages, tweezers, matches, stuff I don't need in my pack immediately. I just need to read this, and then I'll remember it for the rest of my life, so I can dump that in the bag too. What should you represent? What do you mean? What, this car? Have you seen the movie Ghostbusters? Alright, this is basically that car. Let's rename this for a sec. There. Oh, before I toss that in there. So luckily there aren't extreme numbers of zombies just yet, but that is going to change at some point. Slowly there's going to come more and more zombies. So I need to eat my peanut butter sandwich now while I can. Okay, anything weird on the chairs? No. Anything weird in here? Might as well read this. Yeah, exactly. Garbage bag full of stuff is the epitome of creation. Now, in the meanwhile, see, the zombie apocalypse doesn't have that many zombies in it just yet, which is basically nice, right? It's nice that I'm not getting eaten right away, even though some of them tried, though not very hard. More bandages. I don't need any of these books. Adhesives, always nice if I get scratched. Lighters, always take lighters and paper clips because they can be turned into fishing hooks. And the razor is just something I need to be able to update my beard a bit. Okay, so to return to searching for vehicles. This is a nice bike. Kinda looks like it might be a bit... Yeah. No panniers, nothing on it. Nope. If I'm gonna ride a bike, I'm gonna need a helmet. So, first thing to do is to explore a bit and find the right hideout, which is going to be a little bit difficult, maybe, but we'll see. I always like to see if I can get an out-of-town hideout, as long as I can get gas for my cars. So apparently, where most cars have their fuel intake opening hole thing on the side, this one has it on the back. I don't know how much fuel I just put in there, but I'm just going to fill these cans up again, and then I'm going to go drive. Because I've been getting extremely lucky with how I haven't been eaten yet. Yeah, it is supposed to be an ambulance, I think, yeah. Which means it has a lot of space in the back, which I am using right now. It's a very old model ambulance, though. Okay, now let's see if she'll start. Yep. Let's see if she has a siren. Yep. I maybe shouldn't have done that. I haven't actually checked the condition of this car, so I hope it's in okay shape. Um, I'm gonna check out the spiffos later. What are you carrying? Is that a shotgun? That's a shotgun. There's skills for everything, up to and including driving. Also, I want this helmet. I just smashed it with my hammer, but, you know, it'll be okay. And that guy actually has a nice... Oh, that sounds like somebody set off a house alarm. Yeah, my golf cap is no longer necessary. I've decided that a helmet is better than a golf cap for this situation. But this bag is going to be useful. Whoops. That's the thing with big weapons. If you miss a swing, they get inside your range. Okay, so... Hi. Dead bird. Wow, that's going to be useful. Not, though, because I don't have anything to skin it with. Oops. Ooh. Hit him in the head. That works best. Okay. So, duffel bag holds more stuff than a school bag, which is good. Now, clearly, I am attracting the wrong kind of attention. Since at some point it's going to get a little bit dark, I should find a way. So let's leave Zombie Town for now. Go find our way outside town. Do we have working lights? Yep, good. Okay, so a little bit about the backstory of Project Zomboid. This game follows what's called the Nox event, Nox with K-N-O-X. And the Nox event is something that didn't actually take place in real life, of course, but fictionally speaking, took place in the 80s in Knox County, Kentucky, the United States of America. And they actually made a great AI-generated trailer kind of video where they had all this old news footage and they spliced it together and AI'd it so that it said stuff about the Nox event. It's really pretty good. They had these news reporters and everything from back then interspliced with really old zombie movie footage. If you want to look it up on YouTube, I would recommend it if you want an idea about what this game is all about. But basically, it's just a big survival sandbox. So you dropped into the apocalypse. Everybody you know and everybody who's around here is dead. Good luck not dying. But the game actually always starts with the words, "This is how you died." So it doesn't matter what you do. When you die, you have achieved the purpose of the game. Now, I have enjoyed playing this alone, but I've also employed Oh yeah, this is not just one. There's massive. This game has one of the biggest communities I've seen out there. Um, and I've enjoyed playing this game solo, but I've also enjoyed playing it on really big servers. I've actually done a little YouTube series, which I'm still working on, where I explore some of the bigger servers out there and basically say, well, if your playstyle is this and this, then you should definitely go here or should definitely avoid this server. If you're looking for a fun and friendly zombie server to play on, I would recommend the Salty Zombies server. That one is actually really good. Nice admins. First time you get killed, they actually help you out and give you a car, so stuff like that. So I haven't actually, I don't actually have the entire map, so, but I did actually read a map of Muldraugh, so that means some bits of the map are unlocked. My character has perfect memory, apparently. If you read a map once, then you actually know what's on it. I'm using a shit ton of mods by the way. Normally speaking, there's not so much grass on the road, but I'm using a mod that's called 10 years later, which basically simulates that the yeah, photographic memory, exactly. But all characters have that, by the way. It's not a trait. If you read a map, it's unlocked forever. But normally speaking, the roads aren't overgrown yet, because normally speaking, you basically start on day one of the zombie apocalypse. Is that a Hummer? That's a Hummer. I'm gonna just really quickly check if there's anything interesting to find in that Hummer, which obviously is locked. God, I need a crowbar. This looks like a charger. With a key, but almost no gas. And is there anything in the truck? Oh yeah, well, I didn't get evacuated, so I am one of those people who are basically still stuck in the zone and are massively and royally screwed. But the funny thing is in the first couple of days, there's still a lot of messages on the radio going on, like, yeah, nothing is going on in the Knox County zone. And remember what happened when Corona first started, right? The Corona pandemic. A lot of people were totally in denial about that one too. Well, the same thing happened with the Knox event. Only the Knox event, of course, was a lot worse. Because instead of making people sick, it made people die and then kill each other. In that order. I haven't actually decided where to go, by the way. Just sort of... Yeah, exactly. That stuff. Oh, hey, it's a ranger. Hello, ranger. Nice hat you got there. No, not my opinion either. But it is the exact kind of thing I was talking about. Card. Key. It's in the car. Shovel. Did I bring that shovel? I brought that shovel. Yep, good. Ooh, trap. Good. That means I can actually catch animals from the start, which is good. First aid stuff is also definitely a thing in this game. But I think I have enough for my basic needs for now. Oh yeah, the first aid kit is nice, but I've got disinfected and I've got bandages, which is enough for now. As long as I don't actually get really badly hurt, I should be able to set up in any relatively okay spot. And then once I've set up a base, once I've set up a safe spot where I can keep my stuff, that's when I really want to start finding all the appropriate bits of loot that I just can't carry when it's just me in the car, right? You know what? I think I'm gonna go this way today. I could set up here at the crossroads. Never actually tried building a base there. But it's so far from everything that I can only go looting if I bring a car. And if at some point, if that gas station runs out of gas, it is a gas station though. Nope. Oh heck, why not? Because I still need to be able to build stuff, so I am gonna need an axe at least. Which means I need to find a hardware store, which means I need to hit Muldra or West Point. Or a fire station. Hey, check it out. It's a happy camper. Excuse me, happy camper. I notice you have a bunch of traps. Oh, I'm just gonna grab those traps. They don't see very well. No, well, these are configured to have normal sight, so these are not nerfed zombies or anything. In fact, it's starting to get a little out of hand here. Hello. Oops. If I break this club, I am going to be in serious trouble. La, la, la. Generally speaking, the best way to kill zombies is by hitting them in the face with a spear. The problem is, I don't actually have a spear yet, nor do I have any resources I can build a spear out of, and my guy is getting tired, so I should probably go rest, which is kind of complicated when you are being chased by a horde of ravenous zombies. Okay, that is enough for now. You notice on the right that the numbers are really low now compared to what they were. That basically says I'm not doing even remotely as much damage as I was initially. I need to lead these guys away from my car. Preferably kill them, but I guess we can't have everything. has crutches. If I can just keep hitting them, I can stun lock them and basically whack them all to death. What does that guy have in his hand? A phone. Oh no, that was a pistol. Okay, good. Bub's jacket looks great. Where? A rotary phone. Oh my god. This is a themed zombie named Bub. And I can use this. I'm going to bring this because if I ever break a leg, I can actually use that crutch not to get stuck in one spot. Leather is all. Oh, this is actually better. Let's wear this. Leather is always good. Okay, I have enough tent stuff. Now the great thing about using blunt weapons is it doesn't ruin the zombies' clothing, and sometimes they actually have pretty good stuff. For example, I think earlier I saw a couple of military-clad zombies, and it's always good to have some good camo gear. There we go. Camo vests, military boots, camouflage pants, camo shirt, and the tactical belt is good because it's an extra bag. It's an extra weight on back. Oh, oh yeah, good. Okay. So this allows me to bring 23 bits more stuff, assuming I can actually swing it. Okay, anything else here? Yeah, ammo. Let's put the ammo in the tactical belt. And I'm going to wear shooting glasses so I don't get any blood splatter in my eyes. Oh, apparently they're not compatible with my riot helmet, so never mind, I do not need these. And these I can rip. Now the zombies that I have in this game, I've tweaked them a bit so that they are what we call shamblers. Ah, good, this is some armor stuff. What's in here? I don't need that. Okay. Now, if I'm going to be turning this place into my base, I am going to need to find a safe spot to sleep here somewhere. That means I'm going to need to make sure I dump anything I don't actually need in the back of this car, so that I don't get over-encumbered. And then I need to sleep. And also eat. Yeah, I'm definitely not farming on this field. Okay, well. It is clearly about midnight. How do I? Yep. 1 day is 1 hour. So that means that every day that well, assuming of course that you don't actually sleep, because if you sleep, time gets accelerated. Okay, I'm gonna hope that there aren't any of these friendly neighborhood zombies hiding out in the woods over here. See, this game is basically when you die, you die. That's it, right? You can come back as a new character, but there's no loading, there's no saving, your only options are basically quit and quit to desktop. So it's autosave. Everything you do is immediately permanent. It's always hardcore mode. I am going to take a massive chance and sleep here. I hope I wake up. I should probably set an alarm. Um, let's give it 5 hours. Okay. This could go terribly wrong on my first day. 21 hours survived so far. No zombies came wandering by. Wow, that is a lucky break. Well then. Why am I in pain? Oh, yeah, obviously. My neck is going to be painful from sleeping in the car. Okay. I have just decided that I'm going to make this compound my base. Now, it is uniquely unsuitable to be a good base. Exactly like you said, well, not the most comfortable position, and the same thing goes for the spot I'm claiming as my base. Is that a SWAT guy? That's a SWAT guy. Good, they have good gear. He was also pretty tough. And that looks like a Spiffo. The mascot of the local fast food joint, which is called Spiffos. There you go. It's always nice to have a good Spiffo outfit. So I'm going to grab those just so that I can put them on a mannequin and have a Spiffo join me in my tactical colored party hat. That's awesome. Okay, this is something I definitely need because this is actually, yeah, super. Why can't I equip that leg bag? I already have elbow pads. Okay. I'm armoring up better than I usually do, which is good. Tactical helmet, also good. I'm gonna keep that just in case. How's my actual helmet? It's doing okay. It is relatively bloody though. Somebody triggered a house alarm of some kind. See if we can see where it is. Probably at the bargain clothing store, which I think might be the correct venue for me. As long as it's close to this gas station. You know, while the zombies are distracted anyway, I might as well just refuel this car from the gas station. Yeah, well, that was my choice as well, because I basically turned on. Oh, if you got the right mods for it, then there's great ways of trapping zombies. For example, the spear traps mod, one of my favorites, which I'm actually not using in this playthrough. You basically just dig a grave and then stick up to 8 spears in it. Every spear is going to kill a zombie. So you want zombies to die, just run them over the spear trap. Just don't fall in it yourself, because it's instant death for yourself as well. Just for balance. Come on. I'm already halfway through this mall and I haven't found any better weapons yet. Evening, by the way, Jeff. So, from your comment, Jeff, I figure that you've played Zomboid before? God, it was so quiet tonight. And now, they're everywhere again. Let's see. This guy had a courier bag. Not really anything in there, though. Now, before I can actually make this, make anything out of this spot, I'm gonna need to find something like a, which alarm is that? Oh, I think it's the, oh dear. It is the... So, I'm just gonna drive off for a bit, because I think the alarm was actually the, gas to go over here, which is a bit of an issue. So, close that door. So, let me just see if I can get all these zombies to come follow me. Now, there's a nice trick for that. All you gotta do is this. Sorry, the Jack Sparrow torrent? Oh, the Pirate Bay. Never mind. Sorry. Well, considering the fact that this game has been in development for ages and ages and will remain so until the developers actually say that it's done. They keep adding amazing stuff, by the way. You'll find that this game is going to get better and better as long as you just keep updating it, which is, of course, a bit of a problem if you're going to be using the Jack Sparrow method. Honestly, I've been following this game since it wasn't even in 3D yet, so... Oh, it looks like this was a bit of a pile up over here. Well, you know what? I'm going to take an alternative route if I can find one. I hope I don't actually have to plow through all those zombies now. Excuse me. Out of my way. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Ooh, lots of you. Whoa. Oh, I'm in an ambulance and I just ran somebody over. That's just not right. I'm kind of disappointed that this car, which is from a mod, doesn't actually have the noise that the Ghostbusters car does, because it is the original Ghostbusters car, I think. Enjoy your bathroom break, Arian. With all the water I'm drinking right now, I will probably be needing one myself at some point. I've I have to disagree with you on this one, Jeff. Thing is, though, Zomboid is a really deep survival simulation, and most players, when they get into it, if you like survive for one day, right, and then you can already congratulate yourself because the game isn't that easy. But if at some point you really go into months and then possibly even years, it becomes way less about whacking zombies over the head and way more about things like preserving food and uh, making sure that you have that you have all the resources that you need to survive, and also keep busy. So you need to make sure that you do something to keep your character busy all the time. And it does at some point, especially if you multiplay this, which is a thing that I did with my wife and my son quite often. Um, it actually becomes something like a village building kind of game where together, if you have a community of players, you actually start building a community. And the updates that are coming up right now are actually the ones that they've designed to really get that end game stuff in there, so that people can become blacksmiths and create their own electrical appliances if they have generators that they can maintain, stuff like that. So end game quality of life stuff. And I agree that that's something that the game had been missing at some point. You've established yourself and you've got your field of cabbages and you've got a way to preserve all your cabbages, and then you're basically just living out your life until you die, which, that is a group of zombies. This looks interesting. I'm gonna leave the car running because there was a group of zombies there. Oh, it's a warehouse full of fresh produce. Great. I already have a saw. Always fill your bottle when you can. Yeah, this might be a nice spot, but it doesn't actually have a bed in it. Okay, I'm just gonna come back to this one later. Honestly, right now, I'm just randomly driving to see what kind of buildings I find in the wilderness. Because if I can find a nice little out-of-the-way farm... Oh, dirt roads usually mean too far out of the way. Oh, and that usually means smacking my head against the windshield, which is also not a good thing to do. Engine condition is not massively good. You know, Zomboid is supposed to be a zombie horror survival game. I've heard many other players describe it more as a funny game, which I guess it can tend to be sometimes, but it does have its little scare moments where you just... Oh, an unfinished house. That is actually fun. I could actually finish this house myself if I wanted to. What's in there? Planks, more planks. Somebody was clearly planning to build that house out of wooden planks. Great. Now, while I completely agree with building houses out of wooden planks, I'm gonna need to get some more tools in there first. Oops. Now this looks like a nice little out-of-the-way house, but it's way too small. So this day is going to be all about finding my dream home, or running out of gas and not finding the dream home in the end. This looks like a very burnt out truck, which could be a problem. Nice little house with a chicken coop. Well, a At least it's got a shed. Might as well have a look. Useful. Useful. Also useful. Okay. Useful. Yeah, I don't know what an M35A2 is. Gas cans I can always use. Blue plastic chairs though, I can definitely not use. Nor do I need new shoes. Comic books. I already have a shovel. Nails. Right. Alright, well, no crowbar, which is sad. I need a crowbar. Let's see what else is out there. Now there is a spawn location in this game that is also known as the farm. It's literally in the middle of the map, but it's also literally in the middle of nowhere. So if you don't find a car very quickly after spawning there, you're basically stuck on that plot of land with what you've got, unless you're going to be hiking for several days to find a different house. Well, this looks very nice. What is this then? Where's the access road to this? Hey, that was a long bathroom break. Hope you're feeling better now. Okay, now this nice little out-of-the-way house here might be just exactly what I'm looking for. Let's give it a try. Now where am I precisely? Right, I think we've got West Point over here. Yep, that's the Gigamart I started in. This is Moldra. So this is the middle of nowhere. I've just decided that this is going to be home. And I'm gonna need to clean it up a bit, because plants grew in here like weeds. Nice load of books. Good little seed crop of food that I can use to not starve immediately. It's even got a sewing kit. Great. And some camo clothing. Okay, I am definitely going to be moving here. Cooking gear, everything in place. And the kitchen knife that I've been looking for. Okay. It's going to need some remodeling, but I will do that myself. It's even got some nice storage space. Wait. Come on, I don't want to get blood all over the walls. Dum-de-dum. And there we go. Nice leather jacket you have there. Okay, it is time to make this home a little bit more homely. Let's see if I can find any other zombies in here. Perhaps upstairs. Clearly my guy's already getting tired again. Screwdriver, see, that's what I was needing. And also I need a air stewardess uniform suit drag. Nah, I don't need that, but whatever. Hiking bag, nice. I need that because it's better than the bag I have right now. Clearly a kid lived here. You mentioned Kenshi before, didn't you? I think it was yesterday. I don't think I know that game. Should probably look it up. Okay, I think I've cleared this spot of zombies, so let's go make it a little bit more homely. Well, one of the things I love about this game is that it's totally unforgiving. I know that sounds weird. I mean, it's not a very friendly game, basically, but it does so well at what it does, I think. Crafting metalworking, there we go. Of course, I've modded it up a bit as well, so it makes life easier that way. And this one goes in there too. Got any other stuff? Nope. I should store the Spiffo outfit somewhere. There. Yeah, that looks better. Oh, no, that needs to go with the metalworking tools, of course. Alright. The bag can go in here as well. No, you know what? The school bag goes in there. Also, I've got a lot of stuff in my hands that I really shouldn't be having here, so I'm just gonna cluster dump it all in here. There. I don't need, I do need these, but I don't need anything else. So, let's unload the car. Well, I'm not going to just stay here. I'm going to use this as my base of operations. So from here on, I am going to explore the area and loot all the houses nearby, kill all the zombies nearby, possibly build up a little farm, but in the meanwhile, explore for all the gear that I can't just make on my own. For example, I need to start barricading this house in case a big giant zombie horde comes by and tries to eat me. So all of that stuff needs to be done. And for that, I am going to need to really go out and do stuff. So it's not going to be as boring as you might think. Let's see. The tissues definitely need to go in the trash. Problem with Zomboid, of course, for you as a viewer, is that very often I'm just juggling stuff, right? I'm going to be spending some time sometimes just figuring out which items to take. For example, I'm looking at this gun now, seeing, okay, it has 4 bullets. Uh-huh. Post-apocalyptic moon orbiting a gas giant. That already sounds like a pretty awesome setting. Let's see. Now there's a couple of things I need to keep in the car. Everything else gets to go out of the car. So that I can stow it in the house somewhere. There. I'm not going to spend a lot of time organizing the house just yet. I'm going to just make sure that I dump everything that I need to dump in here. And then I'm going to make sure that I have everything that I need to survive in this house. Is this a serviceable shotgun? Yes, it is. I might be able to bring that. I'm going to leave it in the car. Rule number 1 in the zombie apocalypse, always close your door behind you. Rule number 2, always sleep with a shotgun within reach. Actually clutched in your hands and loaded and cocked. Alright, this all goes into the kitchen mostly. And I need to get some of the first aid gear back out of there and into my little tactical pouch. Also, food. Yeah, zombies do have a tendency to do that sometimes. Also, sometimes a helicopter might come fly over and then hang around the house for ages. Apparently, they enjoy observing me, which draws all the zombies in the remote neighborhood to come and munch on my windows. And when zombies are munching on your windows, you don't sleep very well. Actually, Jeff, the game you're describing does kind of remind me of another game I like to play and also stream sometimes. It's called RimWorld. Oh, that nightstick is a good replacement for my wrench, which is a tool, not a weapon. I'm going to put it in my tactical pouch. The lug wrench goes in the car. The wrench comes with me. Okay. The duffel goes in the car. Why am I overloaded? Because of this giant garbage bag full of stuff, obviously. Okay. Well, I shall definitely have a look into that then, because it does sound like the kind of game I do enjoy playing. Let's see, place item. There, lots of food over there. I have so many chips on me, I don't need that right now. Is there anything I shouldn't be bringing, because it's way too heavy? Yeah, my shovel. Well, if you're talking about if you're talking about RimWorld in terms of visuals, yeah, it is not a visually attractive game at all. And Zomboid, well, it has its moments, but it's also not one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. For example, right now, I'm just going to dig a grave for this guy. I will never know his name, but he lived in this house, and so I will bury him. As in before the apocalypse on the moon? Okay. Now, let's make a list of stuff I don't have yet and do need. I need an axe, or at least a source of wood. Now, I did find a bunch of planks in this house right here. I should probably make use of the fact that nobody is ever going to use those planks anyway, and I have a big-ass vehicle. Now, my character is ridiculously tired. Literally, that's what it says. Oh, no, very tired. Is that an Alice pack? That is an Alice pack. Hello, zombie with Alice pack. Come and step over here, would you? Yeah, off the grass, please. I might want to build a farm there. Lie still so I can brain you. There we go. Well, no, the engine probably needs a bit of work, but you know how it is. Large backpack, amazing. I'm gonna trade my hiking bag for this. Let's see. So all of this goes into that. There was already some stuff in there, for example, this beef jerky, which I am going to eat. Ah, alright. Now this guy had an annotated map on him. I wonder what's on there. Somewhere in Louisville. Huh. Seeing as there aren't many zombies in the neighborhood, I'm gonna just take the actual time to bury this guy. Nope. I meant put him in the trunk. And then I'm going to grab all the wood. Because he gave me an Alice pack, which means that he had value in life and should be honored for it with an actual burial. So, Kenshi. I'm going to guess that it's got like a cyberpunk kind of theme with a bunch of martial arts, obviously. Ah, okay. Kind of sounds like what happened in the books by Frank Herbert, Dune. The what was it again? The Butlerian Jihad, where the people actually rose against the mechanical overlords. Asian Mad Max. That sounds good. Right. So it's basically, yeah, so post-apocalyptic in such a way that it's not cyberpunk anymore. It's more like uh, scrap guns and stuff like that. More like Fallout, maybe? Okay. So not even gunpowder. That would definitely imply that martial arts would be a good thing. This car is definitely going to need some love. I hope I'm going to be able to fix a lot of it. Okay. Alright, well, I can't access the back crates just yet. Maybe if I just see if I can just move one of these. Ah, no, I broke it. Yeah, nope, I broke that one too. Well, whatever. At least now I can get at the back crates. So in this game, I have a tendency to feel safe, right, in these moments. It could actually be that there's like a horde of 100 zombies just casually strolling through the fields right now, drawn by the sound of my engine, going, "Hey, I wonder what's going on over there." And then, theoretically, they might decide to come and chew on me, which would be sad if they did, because I quite enjoy not getting chewed on. Okay. And you're supposed to take that last kind of life form on with only crossbows and clubs and stuff? Or are these friendly leviathans, which I hope? What was that? Not just any regular kind of zombie? Yeah, never mind. Oh, that's good. Sorry, I have a tendency to think in either I need to kill it to eat it, or I need to kill it to defend myself from it. I guess I'm too violent. Does that make me a terrible person, or just ruined because of the games I play? Beak Thing. That's a good name for a terrible monster. Now, I'm gonna trust the zombies out there to not eat me tonight, because my character is so tired right now that I can't actually fathom spending any time barricading this house. Um, and I also should find a way to turn off these. Definitely make this house slightly less attractive for zombies. Porch lights in the back also. Oh, it's got a shed. I didn't even notice that. Okay. I wonder what it would be like to get stabbed by a giraffe. Note that I understood what you said. I'm just trying to picture what that might look like. Let's run here. Right. Great. I forgot to turn off my alarm. Well, since I'm working on things anyway, I might as well... Is that something that is survivable, or is that one of those run like hell situations? And by the time you get strong enough, you face them. See, that's one thing that never actually happens in Zomboid. There is never a moment where you go, I am now so overpowered, or at least I've never reached that point, let me put it this way, that you're now so overpowered that there's no enemy that can challenge you, so you just run into everything headlong and just go like, hello, come and fight me if you think you're hard enough. Okay, so they have beaks. They're like giraffes, but they have beaks. So obviously, because if they have beaks, then they would lay eggs. This is logical. Good collection of clothing here. Now, full disclosure, there's a lot of grass in here because I actually forgot to turn off the 10 years later mod when I started this playthrough. I hadn't actually intended to grass it all up so much. Now I have to spend quite a bit of time making this a livable house. Alright. Well, considering that's already a line that existed, right? So the dinosaurs eventually became the birds. I guess that sounds like you found that missing link. Okay, that's the top floor. Okay, I'm gonna make this guy... I'm gonna help this guy not have to carry everything around. This is gonna be my ready-to-wear shelf, which means this stuff goes away for a bit. Okay, now what do I not actually need all the time? This, and that, and that. That all goes on the shelf. There we go. Okay, so it is kind of cyberpunk then. Because if you're talking replacement limbs, that's typically the kind of thing that you find in cyberpunk. Usually also, if you want to improve yourself, you can also get better limbs than the ones you already had. Plus, if robots are a thing, that's usually the kind of thing. Come on, remove the wall vine. I guess I'm spending more time base building than I actually planned to, but I want to get all this grass and stuff out of my house. Just make it livable. Then I can start looting places to get better stuff. Okay. Now, Rambo over here is going to be getting back to work now. Yup. Suit up. Alright, I got my zombie defense gear all on. Tactical holster is not being worn just yet. Do I even need that tactical holster? I'm not sure. Oh good, it's foggy. Let's see how bad the car is. Okay, so it's got space for armoring, which is good. Clearly, there is something wrong with the hood, which is terribly broken. Okay, I'm gonna need to get a new hood for this thing. I should probably see if I can loot some other cars for that. But for now, first let's plan out where I'm going, and also let's make sure I don't forget where I parked my thing. Okay. Now, that's where I live. Good. I'm gonna head west on this road. Let's see where it takes me. I should probably limit my speed a bit in these conditions. Drive with a bit more attention to the road, you know, stuff like that. There's a road going off there. Nah, I'm gonna stay on the bigger one. So I'm guessing if you're racist or sexist, then and you want to just join one of those factions, then you can, right? Because in those universes, I always do find it enjoyable to be able to actually... Whoops. That was a T-junction. I always like to be able to be one of the bad guys as well. To just basically join that ideology. So one of the reasons I really enjoyed the Fallout games is because you could replay them as a nice individual and then replay them as a really evil individual. And in the end, well, of course, but if you behave like a racist, sexist pig, then at some point they're gonna like you, probably, right? Fresh fruit. Hmm. Do you know how hard it is to eat a mango, by the way, without actually doing some work on it? Well, destroying the worst faction sounds like a good way to make sure that only your people survive to be happy and everything. I wonder if I could take this roof rack off. Clearly not yet. How does the hood look, though? Not that good. Okay, never mind. You see, the thing about vehicles is... Oh, this is nice. Out of gas, though. The thing about vehicle is that if you really pay attention to the way vehicles work in this game, you actually find quite a few little details that that make the game much more immersive than you might have thought at first. So, for example, the tire pressure actually determines how well the car performs in handling on the road. Melon and mango. Well, then I would recommend you never travel to Indonesia. I've been there a couple times, lived there for a while, and I ate a lot of mango. And they basically put mango in a lot of things, including some of the dinner dishes. Minor anaphylaxis is probably not going to kill you, but you don't want to really go into shock, I guess. What was I doing again? Oh yes, checking the tire pressure. How are the tires doing? The pressure is basically okay. I'm gonna do them anyway. Now this car is not in as bad shape as I thought it would be in the beginning. And it still sounds like something you might want to avoid. To me, I mean. Okay. Let's put this pump in the back. And this lug, oh no, don't drop it on the ground, put it in the back. In the back, there you go. 59 meteor reinforced tire. I'm not gonna find those easily, I think. But these tires look like they might be okay. Nope, they're not. Okay. This looks like somebody has a farm here. Looks like a field though, not like a house. And since the fog is clearing up a bit, I'm just gonna go to 50 miles an hour. Because the roads here are long. Oh, that's a nice group of zombies that I really want to avoid. Okay. I honestly didn't know that there was poison ivy poison in mango. It's good to know. Oh, this is useful. I should spend some time reading about herbs. That looks like a burnt out house. Anything with sheds here? Not really, right? No. Yeah, never mind. I need a hardware store. I need axes. Axes darn you, that's what I need. I need to be able to cut down a forest so I can build my own little kingdom. I need plant seeds so I can sow some crops and stuff. And I need some good weapons so that I can take care of those darn zombies. Yep. Rangers often have ammunition in their pockets. Not this one though. This one does have his guts hanging out, I think. Oh, her guts. Sorry. Couldn't tell the difference. And clearly neither of them has the key to this vehicle, which remains a puzzle for me. Now, this car has pretty okay fuel economy. I'm not usually one to think about that much, but with the loading capacity of this thing, I mean, it's got a big truck, 220 units, which I think, I always take that to mean kilograms, but hey, I don't know. It represents not only how heavy something is, but also how difficult it is to carry. Look at that. Is that actual lootable corn? I think it might be. I was getting out of that. Hello. Goodbye. Oh good, that helps. Ah. What was that weapon sticking out of that zombie? Hand fork. There. Ooh. That is actual lootable stuff. Great, except that it's not actually lootable at this time. I want to find a town, not explore somebody's property. That sign's probably going to mean I'm entering a town now, or something that looks like a town. Or I'm going to hit a tree, which is also possible. Ow. Okay, gas station. A bait shop? Usually you find bait shops near lakes. I should explore. Another trick. Stand on a zombie and they can't get up again. Except, of course, when you have to get off them because another zombie got in your way. There we go. Anything specifically interesting here? Disinfectant. Ah yes, suicide concoction. I always want to be able to commit suicide whenever I can. Somebody was carrying cyanide. I'm not necessarily going to a bait shop because I want bait. I can just dig holes and get a bunch of worms, and I can find things like insects and stuff. But I'm actually hoping they might have fishing gear. I don't even want to know what these guys had in their pockets. I'm just going to go in here and see what's up. So, yep, there we go, fishing gear, load it all up. Not sure what these crates are made of, but it looks, ooh, a canteen, that's nice. I should probably make that an attachable item at some point. Stick it on my back. This is going to be useful if I ever actually go fishing. And that is worth gold. Because it lets me clean up blood in my house. Wait, you knocked in the window, but you didn't come in? Darn that zombie. I have never found this much fishing gear in one place before. Excellent. I think I'm probably set for life when it comes to fishing. Wait, was that an axe? That is a wood axe. I almost walked away from a wood axe. That is the piece of gear that I need. I don't think I've ever had a playthrough where I've had 22 fishing rods, each with a spare line and a bunch of tackle. And note that the bait shop had no bait at all. I mean, I don't want to be a terrible complainer or anything, but it would be the kind of product that I would expect to see in this shop. You know, bait in a bait shop. I can dig for worms. I can absolutely dig for worms. And I actually have no idea where this place is. This is not anywhere that I'm normally used to seeing bait shops. In fact, I think I've strayed into a modded piece of the map here. What is this place? And what is that person wearing? Oh, this is an 80s style tracksuit, obviously. What is that little building? Are there zombies coming from everywhere? Yep. Okay. You a cop? Nope, you're just wearing a torn up shirt. Really? They're just gonna keep coming? So when you start getting a little bit tired, it immediately really badly nerfs the damage you can do to your enemies. Whoa! And of course you can't see what's going on behind you. Luckily, the zombies are just slightly slower than I am at regular walking speed. So I'm gonna go all walking simulator on them. Empty them. Is that door open? No. Oops. And I'm gonna hop in my vehicle and drive into the sunset. Yeah, I honestly have no idea what kinds of trees are growing in this. Wait, that is the actual Ghostbusters car? See? Same model as the one I'm driving. But this one looks in better shape actually. Now I'm super confused. What would this car be doing here? Okay, I'm gonna check that out at some point. I don't know. I think I probably can. The big question is, should I give that a try right now, or should I leave that for later? Trying to squish this guy with my tires. It's not actually working. Yep, that worked. Okay, let's see if I can. At least I'm not winded anymore, so. If I break this wall, that's going to be an issue. If I can make him fall down, that actually gives me a pretty good advantage, because if I hit him like this, it's way more damaging. Nope, stay down. Why won't you die? Same thing goes for you. Now. Oh, really? Of course, the entire horde from up there is going to come back to me now. At some point, it's just too much. Stand on one, whack another one. Alright, see? We've now established that these trees do actually grow together. But only in haunted forests. How many are left? Just this guy? Okay. Fall down. There we go. Right. So, let's see if there are, by any chance, any keys on the ground. It would, in fact, appear to be the case. It is just not the key for this car. Darn it. I luckily have the skill to hotwire vehicles. I think I got a lot of blood spatter on this car. It looks like it's a relatively well-maintained car, except the hood has a bit of, yeah, windshield armor is not on there, obviously. It's got Ecto 1 equipment. This is literally a Ghostbusters car. Yeah, so much fun. Okay. Well, no gas in the tank, but the battery's doing well, even though it could use some work. Maybe I can take the battery out of this car? It might be, but I'm going to decide to not give that a try. This battery is better. I should get it out. There we go. I'm going to swap out the battery. I'm not going to try the siren out right here because of the concept of being overrun by zombies, obviously. Yeah, this battery needs to be replaced. Yep, exactly. So the... Oh, darn it, it needs a heavy-duty battery. Well, at least it's got one. And I've got a bunch of gas in the back of this one. Now I'm going to swap out this ambulance for that one because that survival vehicle right there is exactly what I need to cruise around in style. I just need to make sure I park them close enough together that I can toss stuff from one trunk into the other. I could actually take the battery out of this one. Yep. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this and fuel up the other one. I am going to make this a very, very awesome car. Because I can armor it up and I can put bull bars on it and stuff. And clearly I am not doing well. I am ridiculously tired. Can't see behind me. Do I have any water in this car? Nope. I hope they've got a tap in the bathroom here. Gentlemen's, obviously. Locked, really? Sounds like the water hasn't shut off yet. The power's also still on, so that's good, I guess. It's actually a pretty nice area. Maybe I can make this into a hideout. That looks like there's a house here. Not much of one, but still. Where is this? I don't know this lake. Is it? This is not Big Bear Lake, is it? No, it's not. I don't know where this is, but it's pretty awesome. Okay, anyway, so suck the fuel out of this one. Unfortunately, that's going to take a while. I don't know how many cans of gas go in one of these, but I'm expecting it to be 5 or 6. It's got a pretty big bear hole. Yeah, well, the boots are the same size. Cool. And it looks like I actually have space for a spare wheel on the other one. Well, that is actually pretty good. Or maybe that's the roof rack. That's the roof rack. Yep. What was I doing? Oh yeah, getting all the fuel out of the old car. I'm going to do the battery switch thing in a sec, by the way, Arian. It's a good tip. So in this game, there's a couple of different kinds of batteries that you can get, and also different kinds of tires and stuff like that. So it really depends on the car what kind of stuff you need to keep it well maintained. And both of them basically have damaged hoods, so I can't really do anything with that. I'm hoping that I can replace it with a generic hood. Yeah, so it's a heavy duty battery, but any van that I would get, or ambulance or truck or anything, will have a heavy duty battery, so that shouldn't be an issue. It's not like it's a car specific battery. If it were, that would become problematic, I guess. Okay, now I'm out of gasoline in my tanks, but I actually have a couple of gas cans left, so that means everything is fine. I'm going to keep the empty bottles and the duct tape, but not the tarp, the tissue, or the toilet paper. I never use that stuff anyway in the game. Right, everything. Toss it into the other car, including all the 22 fishing rods, shotguns, tents, everything. No, I wouldn't say that things are totally vehicle specific here, but they're not as generic as they are in many other games. I think there's 4 classes of vehicle. You have heavy duty, you have sports, and you have regular or something. I forget the terms. Okay, did I leave anything in the glove box? Character is still ridiculously tired. It's a good thing that characters don't actually fall over from being too tired. Do I need to bring the opera news? No, I don't. Okay, let's see about that battery then. A bus engine. That sounds like it might actually be pretty cool. This one's battery isn't much better off than the other one, so I don't think I'm gonna harvest this. No, I'm gonna leave this the way it is. Did I see a little van parked over there? No, that's a regular car. So if I find a van, let me just leave the other car. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave the key in this car. There. Whoever wants it can have it. It doesn't need fuel, but it does need a working battery, I'm guessing. It's got a roof rack. Alright, good. This is an excellent transport vehicle. As long as it actually runs. There we go. You know, I didn't even see if any of these zombies had anything useful on them. Let's just check that out. Oh, hey, look, it's the key to that car that I just hotwired. Yeah. Would have been nice if I noticed that before. Knee pads, elbow pads, already have those. I don't know if I can unhotwire, in all honesty. But still, it really doesn't matter, because once I've hotwired a car, it's gonna work, right? It's actually a good way to share a car in a multiplayer server is to hotwire it so that people, everybody on the server can just get in and drive. You can share it with your friends that way. Crucifix necklace. That didn't protect this person from becoming a zombie, so I don't need it. Clearly, the crucifix does not save you from zombification. Now this big giant maul that I'm using is definitely not gonna last any longer, so I should definitely make sure I replace it with something better, like maybe a baseball bat or something, if I can find one. Now it's deep in the night. I cannot just run over all these zombies because it'll damage my wood if I go too fast over them. So I can't explore the other end of the fork just yet. I'm gonna drive down this road, see where it takes me. Probably to Muldra. And this is an interesting new place that I do not know yet. And it's got Spiffo in it. Yeah, I'm gonna try the siren. Ah, it's the actual one! Oh my god, it is literally the actual. Dun, 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 dun. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! Okay, I am so happy. Oh, that was actually a van that looks like it might have the thing that I need. But now I'm drawing the attention of everything, so I should turn this thing off. Where's the off button? Right. Oh, see, this is why you should always look through the front windshield while you're driving. Wait, you actually have the Ecto 1's siren as your ringtone? Because that is so appropriate for today's stream. So basically it's, who you gonna call? Arian. Okay, so I still have never actually encountered any of this part of the world before, so I have this vague feeling that I've strayed into a modded piece of the map that I had not actually experienced before. I know I've got the Big Bear Lake map installed, but that is supposed to be much closer to Riverside. And I am nowhere near Riverside right now, I think. Let me check the map again. I got a full tank of gas and a long straight road, so where am I? No, definitely not Big Bear Lake. Big Bear Lake is not only bigger, but also farther to the northwest, I think. So that's probably one of those little townships that I don't actually remember the name of. Okay, screw this. I don't see any Zeds here. I'm gonna park this thing off the road for a sec. Turn off the lights. Turn off the engine. Take a careful look around. And catch some Z's. And by that, I don't mean zombies. I'm probably gonna set my alarm to slightly later, though. There. Let's see what happens. If I wake up to being chewed on, that's really bad. And another night without being snacked on. Good. Now, where did I park? Muldra is the original town of Zomboid. Muldra and West Point, which is about here. Now then there's Louisville, which is about here. It's really big. And I'm quite sure that I have Raven Creek somewhere over here, which is a modded map, but it's also huge. And I made my temporary home base spot. Yeah, probably, but, you know, I made my home base spot all the way up here, which makes it a rather unpleasant home base if I want to be able to loot an entire town for all the stuff I need. So I think I'm going to resettle. I'm going to resettle in Moldra. Yes. Now, Moldra is probably the town that I've settled in the most. I know it. I probably know it best of the various locations. I'm going to build me a safe house in Moldra. Hey, did I just see what I thought I saw? That looks like a nice trailer that I might be able to hook onto my already rather roomy vehicle. Is that a ladder I can climb on? Nope. Is that a Volvo? God, I need a crowbar. Very much. A farming book number 1. That's good. And a jack. That's the one item of gear that I was still missing. So I should put that, at least when it comes to cars, by the way. Probably missing a lot of other gear. Alright, so I just picked up a jack, which needs to go in the back of my car. Also, I took out this battery that's for a standard car, but I might as well keep it. All of this stuff should not be weighing me down so much. You should not be getting in my way. There we go. That's a nice hat. And nice underwear. But I don't need it. So, I would like to have this book on farming to read when I have nothing better to do. And then I'll see if I can attach these two together. Because an extra 182 units of storage means that I can put about 300 plus 100, 480 units worth of storage, which is more than I generally need for my entire household if I'm on a nomad save, which I have just decided this is going to become. This is going to be a nomad playthrough. So, no safe house. Nah, safe houses are easy. This car is now my home. So's? You mean socks or shoes? Now, of course, I'm still going to need to go to Moldra because I will need some gear if I'm going to go nomad. Now, pink shoes really aren't my thing. I'm more like the when it comes to SHTF situations, I'm the camo black and sturdy gear kind of guy. My bug out bag is dirty gray. Ooh, that is not what I wanted to see. La la la. Oh, this trailer is slowing me down a bit when it comes to driving on grass. This car is not made for traversing grass. And honestly, if I'm going to go for a nomad save, then at some point I might want to abandon Ecto 1. I shall park it somewhere where I can retrieve it later. And trade it for an RV or a school bus or something of that caliber. Because I've got the RV interior mod. Oops, that was apparently a zombie in my way. I've got the RV interior mod, which actually allows me to build the interior of a vehicle like that and actually turn it into a bit of a mobile home. Now combine that with a trailer, and that gives you everything you need for a good nomad play. A good nomad life. Until I died, obviously, because this is and is going to remain the story of how I died. Excuse me, do you by any chance have anything that I might be able to use, such as, for example, a pickaxe? Let me just check the back of your vehicle. Hey, look, I know you've got a yellow hard hat, but that doesn't mean you are the boss of me. Come on. You want some of this? Taste my mighty hammer. I am the big axe. I chop down my arm and... oh no. What was it again? Swing down my mighty arm and chop down evil. Like this police officer with a shotgun. Also, this mall can just literally splinter at any time. Ooh, I am glad I'm wearing armor there. La la la. Because if that hadn't been armor, it would have been probably a bite out of my face. Somehow these... yep, see, there goes my thing. I'm gonna use this police nightstick to whack this guy's teeth in. There we go. Anything on these people I might be able to use as a weapon? Yes. The big axe. Waterproof overalls. Bloody useful. Excuse me. I'm gonna chop down evil. There we go. Now I need to relearn using weapons all over again, but this time it's gonna be with an axe. And possibly a shotgun. And I need to fix this thing, so I'm just gonna drop it. And this revolver might also be useful. I'm gonna put it in my holster. You never know when you might need it. Alright. Excuse me, can I ask you a question? Yes, I stole that joke from Jeff. There we go. Or like Jim Carrey said in that movie, I forget which one it is. Excuse me, would you mind if I ask you a question? Which is where he was literally talking out of his ass, so kind of appropriate for the situation. Well, I was hoping for a pickaxe, but this axe is going to do fine. Anything useful in here? I should probably start keeping notes. Okay, now that we have a stat... wait, does this guy have a useful working battery? Because this car uses heavy-duty batteries too. Ace Ventura, that's the name of the movie, thank you. This battery is even worse than the other one. God, that movie had me rolling on my back laughing. Feels like I was probably 12 when I saw it, though. I mean, Jim Carrey's gotten old in the meanwhile, as have I. But he's older than I am, so... you know, it would be a great place to have as a starting point for conquering Moldra. I think I'm gonna settle in... what is that? Church chapel thingy. No, I wanted to say I'm gonna settle in the rusty rifle, but I'm not. I'm gonna settle in the large warehouse. Because it probably has a lot of good gear. It's got a lot of parking space, it's nice and defensible. Also, it's on the outskirts. All the way on the north side of Moldra. Yep. I am going to customize the large warehouse, and also it's got other storage facilities like right here on the right nearby it, so that if I need anything, especially things like crafting materials or gear. Possibly a shotgun from this helpful police officer. Okay, now I'm happy that I have the big axe, because this is going to be complicated. In fact, I should probably put my backpack in this thing just to make sure I don't get too overweighted. Hello. Say hello to my little friend. I have only just now noticed that axes are much better than mauls. Because clearly, they allow me to chop down evil. Too bad I had to chop down the SWAT cop, because that was probably good gear that I just broke. That's the one disadvantage about using axes against zombies, aside of course from the fact that it damages your axe in the long run, is that you basically chop up their gear as well. So, if a zombie was carrying anything useful, expect it to be damaged, at least their clothing, expect it to be damaged if you chop them with an axe. Yep, that would work. But I think that I'm gonna give Ecto 1 a place of honor here. I've decided against immediately going nomad. Ah, did you just break the window in my new house? Darn you, zombie. Darn you to heck. Get out of my way. No, I don't want to bloody up the place. There we go. Come on. Get out of my house. Move it, move it, move it. Really? You could go through the door, but you just climb out the window. Why are zombies so stupid? I wonder if I can clean up all the graffiti. Probably not. Thank you for not bleeding in my house too much. Fresh carrots. Amazing. Where would you have gotten that? Also, I should probably eat some of those chips. Well, I think instead of dumb and smart, we should probably go for they're very particular in their preferences for exiting buildings. Now, I have made quite the mess here, and I should probably clean that up. But let's see if there's anything salvageable from this SWAT cop. Tactical gloves. Extra leg bag. Can I put that on? Probably not. Nope, because I already have one. Capacity of 6, whereas this one, tactical belt, has 26. Yeah, so exactly. You could, maybe they're like totally identifying as a window climber, roof jumper. I mean, zombie is so generic, right? Fish feel no pain. I don't think that that's actually true, in all honesty. What am I hearing? What is an IBC? Oh, biogas. That's fun. Are you knocking on my door? And stay out. And no, we don't want to buy your Bibles. Yeah, you know what? Instead of going nomad right away, I'm gonna go for colonizing this little stretch of the woods. Specifically this building over here. And I'm going to use that as a base to conquer the entirety of Moldraw. It's actually being said now that even plants feel pain. Not entirely sure how much I agree with that assessment, but since I am not, in fact, a biologist or any kind of expert on the matter, I guess I can't really challenge them on it. Okay, this is going to be an excellent base. And I've only just realized that I've actually walked past several generators in this playthrough so far, and I have actually failed to pick up any of them, which has been rather stupid of me. Because when the power goes out, I am going to be left with problems. Okay, this building is now mine. I shall now claim it as my safe house. So what you're basically saying is that fish are like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator 2? Right, I had a metric buttload of planks, but I left them there. I can, in fact, drive there, but I need to go like that around this whole thing. I should probably find another way to get planks, perhaps by deconstructing some stuff. But I want to read a carpentry book first, and the one that I need is Carpentry 1. Oh, maintenance is coming up nicely. Means my tools and weapons aren't going to break as quickly. Okay, so anyway, priorities. I am going to need something to sleep on. And I think I'm going to go on a little sojourn to get it. Is that a water tank? Because that would be useful. If it's a gas tank, it might even be more useful. But first, let's sneak up on these guys and then whack them with an axe. Ha! Backstab. I always feel that it's better to stomp zombies when they're on the ground than to hit them with your axe, because it just feels like hitting your axe against the concrete is probably going to make it break faster. I think it literally makes no difference whatsoever in this game, but yet, call it RP. Let's see. Darn it, the apartment door is locked. And this has no sleeping house, so I would unfortunately need to remove this door from my way. And if I had a crowbar, I could have just pried it open and then closed it again. I've seen The Walking Dead up to and including the season after Terminus. But I have to admit that I have lost most of my memories about what happened in that show from lack of use. So, this is a long jacket with a mini skirt and a bra with black. Why do zombies have so terrible fashion sense? Said the man with a bunch of pockets sticking out of his ass. Oh, hello. Am I carrying a knife? I think I am. Am I? I'm not. How can I not be carrying a knife? Oh, there we go. Backstab! Oh, damn it. Too slow. Well then. Are you locked in the bathroom? Probably because you're a zombie. Hello. Is that a bathrobe? How sexy. With the key to the house. Unfortunately, I just removed your door, so that's not going to be very useful. Alright, so zombie corpse, check. Any food in here that I can just stuff in my mouth? Yes, beef jerky, eat all. And this dead mouse just needs to be butchered. There we go. And then we can stuff it in the freezer. Rodent meat. Later in the game, any dead mice you find are always rotten, which is weird to me because, I mean, won't there still be lots of mice? Ah, cooking volume 1, this is going to be useful. Mechanics, I'm going to need... Oh, this looks like a very interesting book that I'm so not going to bring anywhere. Saw. I already have a saw, don't I? Can I disassemble this? No, because I don't have... Oh yes, I do. I have a back saw, but it's in my backpack. Good, so that back saw is fine. I don't need this. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. And yet it was... Maybe they didn't expect to be able to have this... What is this? A manual starter for a boat? Oh, like that. All right. Maybe they didn't expect to be able to prolong the series as long as it went, so they just wanted to do a little bit of explaining. But afterwards, we actually got like 2 spin-off series at least. Tactical check shirts. I don't even know what this is. Office skirts. Definitely an office person lived here. Super useless. Okay, now I'm gonna need to sleep. I need to find something to sleep on. Can I disassemble this bed? Probably see if I can pick this bed up. My carpentry skill is not high enough. Fine. Then I should probably just basically set out to start barricading that building. Anything useful in the back of this truck? Nope. Well, it looks like a well-maintained vehicle, so let's see if it has a good battery in it. Heavy duty. Wouldn't that be nice? Yes. This is a car battery, heavy duty, which I can't uninstall because I apparently need the key, which I don't have, and it's locked. And obviously I could just smash the window and then climb in, and then sit on the seat and unlock all the doors. Would that help? Probably. Right. Alright. I think it needs a key because otherwise I really honestly don't know. But now that I've unlocked the doors of the car, I can also uninstall the battery, which, as we all know, is something that you need to open the door for, because I don't actually know why that is. Because generally speaking, I wouldn't need to open the door of my car to replace my battery. There we go. Install the better battery. Shazam. Maybe I can actually take the hood off the other car. Well, generally speaking, actually you do need to be in the vehicle to open the hood, or at least for most vehicles. Right? I mean, you need to unlock it from the driver's seat usually. The hood of this car looks pretty good. Maybe I can just salvage this hood and stick it on my own vehicle. Let's see if this works. Chance of success 50%, chance of damage 1%. Well, let's see. Oh, do they now? Failure. Terrible. Let's try that again. I've never actually driven such a car. Oh, come on. Alright, my guy needs to work on his mechanical skill, which of course I am going to continue doing by trying to tear the hood off this car. Yes, that works. And it's clearly heavy because my guy is now all totally overloaded. He's also moist. Yeah, probably. Read Mechanics Volume 1. I should. But, you know, if I fail to remove this hood, it's still going to fall off. What I don't know... Oh, I could have just used metalworking to fix it, but not very well. Ta-da! Alright, now we shall install this hood. Ah, shizzle. It needs a 59 Meteor hood, not a regular one. I've actually always been used to having my battery in or near the engine. I've never driven a car where that hasn't been the case. Yeah, well, at least I've managed to uninstall and install the hood of this car without damaging it even further, which is already an achievement in itself. I'm gonna go shore up the warehouse. And in the meanwhile, I'm also going to be quickly trying to train up my carpentry skill. And the best way to do that is to very quickly first acquire a carpentry book. Now I'm just trying to remember how far away the bookstore is, which is where I would expect to find such a book. Now let me go smack these. Why am I so overloaded? Because I'm carrying car parts, obviously. Car parts are heavy. Also, this wrench should be in my tactical belt. Same thing goes for my kitchen knife. And my my hammer is a secondary weapon just in case. Alright. Chop. Chop. Kick. No. Chop. Nice beard he's got there. One of those braids again. Oh, this guy is so tired. Alright, if I can take out that zombie, then I'm then going to just climb into the building, barricade the window, and try and sleep. Barricade windows, 2 of them. Yeah, I'm gonna head to bed as soon as I'm able to put this guy to bed as well, because I've got an early appointment tomorrow morning, and I need to make sure that I get up on time. Ah. Well, I do have to admit one thing, and that is that, generally speaking, my vehicle of choice is not actually a car, it's actually a motorcycle. Bourbon! Always happy to have bourbon. Okay, now let's go inside here. And you know what? Bring my pack inside. Have a good night, Arian. See you again soon. And these metal sheets are exactly what I need to make this a much better house. Except that I left my propane torch in my other safe house. I do hope there is one here. metal sheets. I need a couple of them there. Yeah, lots of useful tools, but I need a propane torch. Good axes and stuff. Tiles. This is not, yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna wear the welding mask and I'm gonna grab the propane torch. There we go. Now, let's make this a safe spot for me to sleep for the night. Hi. Please stay away from the building, sir. Being renovated right now. Useful. How the hell did you get in here? Come with me. I don't want you to bleed all over my house. Guessing you used the back entrance, which I also need to barricade. More bourbon. Okay, this is a cop with a bunch of boots. Yeah, there are some impracticalities. What is the right word for that? To driving a motorcycle, but I have to say that since I got one that actually has heated grips and stuff on it, that has made all the difference for me. Still, she's a pretty old bike. BMW from 2003. She's about 20 years old, which is older than my son, but you know, I shouldn't complain. Can you guys just stop swarming me for a sec? Just trying to build a home here. So that was a nice curly beard that guy had going there. Every time you think you're done. Surviving the zombie apocalypse is so much work. There. Now, let's see if I can do anything about... zombies. Okay. What door are they knocking on now? Nope. Nope. Must be that one then. Yep. Excuse me. That is an impressive beard. Actually, the problem is not in the axe. The problem is in the wielder of the axe, who is currently made of rubber. Because he is ridiculously tired, which means he has minus 95% melee damage. And that is a problem. Doesn't matter what you're using, it is not going to get a lot of killing done. So at some point, I need to make sure I get unnoticed by all these zombies. I need to get my butt upstairs into that building without there still being zombies knocking on the door. And then I need to sleep. And that sleep moment is also going to mark the end of the stream for today, so... Like I said, I have important appointments early in the morning tomorrow, and I would like to be able to keep them without oversleeping too much. That is probably a good idea, but the but there is that you would need to actually have an excavator to be able to do such a thing. I know that's one of those stupid little practical thingies that people always complain about, but it is something you need to take into account. Sorry, I mean. Okay, so turn off the lights. That way the zombies don't know I'm here. Turn off the lights here too. Where's the button? There it is. Also, I might want to turn off the radio in case it suddenly begins to make bunches of noise. There we go. And now upstairs in my savagely underprotected little kingdom, I will go to sleep on this office chair and get a terrible crick in my neck. Wear my tactical helmet. Do I have a shotgun? Yes, I will equip the shotgun in both hands. It is not loaded. I do not need to use this shotgun because it's not loaded. Where's that shotgun? In the bag. Use the axe. I'm going to sit on this chair and then I'm going to sleep. Now, I hope I wake up in the morning. If not, then that's the end. But definitely somebody was firing a machine gun out there. That probably attracted a lot of zombies away from me, he said, hopefully. And I survived another night. Have a good night, Jeff. It's been fun. I'm going to sign off for now, so see you again, hopefully again soon. I'm probably only going to be streaming Zomboid until the end of Halloween, and after that I'm going to switch back to my usual survival kinds of games. Have a good night. May the force be with you, etc.